Welcome everyone to Mostly Laughter, Some Slaughter. Nissan Shi Go!
Oh!
Which is played using the Cartoon Action Hour system.
Yes.
How is everybody?
I think I'm doing better than you last week, that's for sure. Therefore,
That's
it's
good.
a good day.
Yes.
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to rock.
Awesome.
I'm feeling good. I'm ready for this.
It's going to be interesting. We will see how this goes.
I'm ready for the biker gang to lead over to my character.
Nice.
Yes. I'd almost forgotten that we now have like an entire freaking like meta backstory to this game.
So bizarre.
Yep.
Oh,
By the way, we already know who the Proud Warrior Empire is based on, and I will leave it at that.
yes, we do. Ooh, you know what I should do? No, that's not going to work.
But will it?
Good idea. No. I was going to try and make the space map the background for this this splash picture, but like no, that would make it way too busy. Okay. No. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put this.
Okay. So, yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done this. I'm looking forward.
Long while.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
It has been a while. In fact, I was thinking it might be a good idea if we had a couple of volunteers to do a plot recap.
Is everybody
I
did.
I
some-
will do it, but it will be based completely not on reality in any way, shape, or form.
I'm okay with that. So, Nee, who
Okay.
else wants to do the plot?
Well,
I will
okay.
help.
I remember that we were running around in the computer.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of little eyes beating on everything we did. And every
Okay.
time we resolved an issue, something bad happened.
Yes,
So-
that's true.
I
And,
feel like this episode has to open with Nee and Go, like sitting together in a control room in the castle, recapping the whole like last couple of episodes for all the people who, bring everybody up to speed because we didn't have DVRs back then, so we don't know what happened. So we have to recap because we don't want anybody to miss the important plot points.
I cannot argue with that whatsoever.
Okay.
When we last left our heroes, we had just freed our beloved computer from the darkness of the web. Because we're darn good heroes that way.
And guess how we did it? With
It
the
involved
power
Roku,
of
who for some reason is
friendship!
the best guy ever now.
You had a gigantic virtual fight with a gigantic virtual space hand.
That's
It
right.
is true.
While good Yuri and evil Yuri fought in the background and slammed into the sun a couple
That
of
is
times.
right. I
That's
remember
what they
that
do.
now.
Let's see. You had a point where you were running around trying to find bugs
Yes.
and squash them.
Yes.
Oh, in the system, yes.
Yes, we did we did squish bugs in the system.
You squish bugs in the system. Had a couple of fights with weird Japanese schoolgirl looking characters.
Which was
Yes.
just creepy and probably not suitable for work.
No, it was
Slightly
fine.
wrong.
Slightly wrong.
Slightly wrong.
But Nee,
Slightly wrong.
you remember the most important detail of the last few episodes.
Yes,
You found a new friend.
I did.
You all did.
Mm-hmm. Who was that friend? It's been a while. I will check our list.
This guy.
Septic Jack, he's no one's friend.
Come now, he has changed his personality and he's worthy of a second chance. It will never come
What?
back to betray us in any way, shape, or form.
That will never... Oh, yes.
There it is.
Nee,
There
you
is a
remember-
meta plot for the last kind of episode. It doesn't matter. Nico is watching him. Meow.
Meow.
What's one other nice thing you remember about Septic Jack, Nee?
Well, when I was trying to get the information, he was trying to get the information with the help of the handyman, but for some reason it would always disconnect just before he got the information through.
Oh no, that he's set or like 6, right?
He
He's
is 6.
six,
He
yeah.
is the
He's
Secret
Roku.
Ninja 6. That's why his
He's-
name is Roku.
He's Secret Ninja 6, exactly.
Secret Ninja 6. He was actually going to get it. He was in the discussion for his own sideshow.
Yes. And the most important thing about Septic Jack, Nee says as he reaches up and goes, that he's a master of disguise. Top of the morning to you, go.
Oh,
What
no.
is going on? So confused.
Okay, Jack, you got me again.
I know, right?
Very funny.
I'm awesome at this. Can I be a ninja now?
No.
Actually, he is going to
No.
be the guy who is going to start cosplaying in the credits at the end of the episode now, even though he's rarely involved.
He cosplays as everybody in the credits. For some reason, he really likes cosplaying as she.
Yep.
I don't know why that is. Cool.
It's the arms.
Everybody likes extra arms.
Yeah.
You know how much more life your easier would be if you had multiple arms? And we might need an adult. I bet you have to X-card that.
No, it's really hard because it's like either you got to get a muscle short shirt with 4 like spots on it, or 4 sleeves, and like multiple pairs of like cuff links, and at least 2 different watches in case you lose your watch on an arm. It's a nuisance.
Well, I don't know about the extra watch part, because, if you just use your phone, you always have a hand free to just go grab it. Huh?
Actually, you know what they would do? Because it's just on the cusp before the cell phone era.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you have the life field pouches if you have multiple arms. Because it would be a lot easier to carry crap of random stuff in locations. Because you'd have way too many pouches around your belt, but you'd have 4 arms, so it'd be relatively easy to retrieve.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
And I suppose
She's
even
like a
though,
walking utility vest.
Yeah, even though we're in space, I'm wrong about the whole phone thing, because it's 80s space, and no phone, somehow there are no cell phones, and they certainly don't have clocks on them.
No.
Yeah.
Occasionally,
That's kind of like
you
the
will
sequel to Aliens. There are no phones in space.
So instead of having a watch, his championship wrestling belt has a clock on it.
Is that clock on it?
Yeah, it's got like a full analog face, so it's got like a pair of hands and a wrestler hands.
Oh.
He's like, "What time is it? Yeah,
What time is it? It's
it's
4 o'clock."
time."
Oh, good lord.
Oh.
11:30, but whatever.
Awful.
Yeah, it's actually 7:30. Can we stop this now? Awesome. Okay, we are getting back into the spirit of things.
Okay.
All right, so the episode begins. The ninjas are floating through space on their giant space castle, or in their giant space castle. Everybody is doing their... Is anybody doing anything interesting right now?
Oh God, that's a good question.
I'm thinking we're gonna do like a pan of the living room, and we're gonna see like Rick is gonna be working on something in the background, and Miko the giant cat is gonna be in the background just doing the cat stuff.
I got a really big ball of yarn.
Nee is playing with Miko with a really big ball of yarn.
I think because Jason is the worst player ever, and my brain can't remember things in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just have amnesia?
You're doing the most important thing, manual labor.
Hooray!
Moving stuff around.
That's exciting. That's
I'm
not
okay if
That's
you
why you don't remember it.
Yep.
I don't
It's
know.
kind of
who-
appropriate for she to forget important plot points.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think that Go is keeping an eye on Jack while, trying to, while, coming up with whatever thin pretense
Yeah.
to do so that it's not like, oh, I'm keeping an eye on you, you can't be trusted, you are a former villain too. It's, well, I think this particular deck needs to be washed again. So, it does just happen to be right in front of his cabin. It's just one of those things.
Constantly gets dirty.
Does Go have detachable eyes or something? Because that way you could literally have his eye on him.
No. It's not.
No.
Oh, well, it was worth a shot.
That would be too weird.
Okay.
That would be strange.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the line.
That's the line, damn it.
Gotta draw it somewhere. And detachable
Is Son doing
eyes,
anything
it's on the other side of that line.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Is Son doing anything interesting?
Gotta try it.
Yeah, because I probably noticed that Go is like keeping an eye on Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I prance around in disguise as Septic Jack. And I do horrible bad things like I have plans on.
Oh, good Lord. He is truly a victim of circumstance.
We're going to have an episode which is Go trying to keep an eye on Jack, while Jack is trying to keep an eye on San, because San is trying to get him in trouble, and San is constantly running around in disguise, trying to fuck with Jack, trying to fuck with Ni and San.
And that's when Ni and San are doing the legendary cooking episode as a side fact.
Yes.
Hey, we're making this food. It needs to be ready by 6 o'clock. Oh, no.
Oh, and roll the Benny Hill theme.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
For some reason, there is a corridor down the middle of this castle, and there's doors on either side, and you go in one door, and then you come out another door, and then you go in this door, come out that door.
Yeah, it's called that's the transdimensional room.
Yeah, exactly. We don't talk about the transdimensional.
We don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ni, in the middle of your playing around with Mako, Yuri shows up. Holographic Yuri. Hello, Ni. I have received a message for you.
Thank you, Yuri-sama.
Ah,
What may it be?
it is a visual message. I will have to show you. And she does this thing where she's, and then in the middle of her hands there appears a message.
Okay.
You should see in your journal, Chris, you should see something that says mysterious invitation. Feel free to open that up and read it in whichever way you prefer.
Okay, where is it again?
In your journal.
Journal.
And it should be mysterious invitation. Should be near the top.
Like in the character sheet?
Mysterious invitation? There we are.
That's the one.
Oh, this is legendary across the realms. They are a long-honored tradition that we must attend for the sanctity of the empire.
Indeed.
And the greater good.
Indeed.
It is the legendary Wa Ki races that only show up once a year. We have been invited to join in there. This is a momentous occasion. I will let the others know
Indeed.
that we're going to Wa Ki. And I have the Japanese characters show up for those words.
Excellent.
Wa. Ding!
Yeah. So do you show the invitation to everybody else?
I'm going to go over and announce on the alarm system to come to the main company room as we have some important news to discuss.
Excellent.
And some possibly happy ones.
Okay. I assume everybody shows up. Rick definitely shows up. He's like, yeah, what are we doing now?
We have been invited to be at the Wa key races?
Sorry?
I see.
Waukee.
Don't.
Realize this is a trap.
Hawaii. We're going to Hawaii.
No, it is the legendary Wa Key, supported by Wa Co Racing Company.
Wait,
So
is this
Hawaii, right?
for the Empire?
Or the Empire.
For the Empire!
And she's like sitting there, like, are you sure this isn't Hawaii?
It is.
Sounds like
you might
Hawaii.
end up there. After all, it goes through all sorts of exotic locations.
Oh.
Where is the race taking place, or is it basically a place called Wa Key World?
Well,
Waukee World.
it usually takes place on planet Waukee. The Wakos usually run it. That's why it's called the Waukee races.
Well,
You guys know about the Waukee races?
Jason finally got the thing.
I was waiting for you to get it. I was like,
okay, so I think for the good of the Empire and our own personal story arc, we must attend in order to show how amazing we are, and to see if it is nefarious pirate activity.
Oh my God.
I'd like to roll a master disguise, please.
Yes,
Roll
please.
it. I'm showing the invitation to everybody now. I don't know if everybody sees it.
Oh, that's too funny.
Under the invitation?
Yeah, mysterious invitation. I don't know if everybody sees it.
Where is it under?
Well, I'm actually clicking on show it to players.
Oh, I don't see it then.
Roll 20. Okay, I will just put this in everybody's journal so everybody can read it.
Yeah, that'll probably be okay.
Yeah, just change it so that it.
Is it
there
a
it is.
ground race,
Ah.
or is it a space race? Are we going to be flying through a spaceship? Are we going to need to build a vehicle and have a rousing montage?
Excellent question. Well, normally it's a ground race. It takes place on the planet itself. I can't believe
There
you
it
guys
is.
actually know about this. This is the most awesome thing ever. We're actually going to be in the wacky races. I can't believe it. Okay. Calm me.
Please review all the rules. Ignorance of the rules will not be considered grounds for breaking the rules. Waukee Peace Agreement will be enforced. You will need to bring your own vehicle.
Now, I realized something far more important before we have so. We do not have a vehicle. We need to make one. We need to collect random parts and build a true ninja mobile for the good of the Empire.
Oh, now I have a huge question.
All right, what's up?
Are we all racing in one vehicle, or are we racing in separate vehicles?
Well, normally in the wacky races, you've got at least 4 people on a team racing in one vehicle. I mean, you technically can be in different vehicles, but most people don't do that.
Ooh.
And you want to make sure at least one of your people's a mechanic.
Okay.
Because, you get broken down out there, they're not going to help you.
That is true.
Ooh, that's true.
I see.
Who's... Go
I
ahead.
see one problem with this invitation.
What's that?
It was sent by that thief, Esmer.
Not you be quiet. It's his girlfriend.
I know not what you're talking about, Blush.
Yeah, who's this Esmer person?
She is
cannot
just
be
a
trusted.
friend.
She stole from us.
What'd she
So-
steal?
She stole his heart.
Well, that too.
My only woman lead is what she stole.
She
I was supposed
stole.
to be the only woman. It's the entire show.
It's in my contract.
And then just when I say my lawyer, another lawyer shows up to me, and it says Hanna-Barbera on there, and he hands him a...
Yeah,
Cease and desist. We will have to rename the race for the good of the company.
By the way, I'm sorry, Leo. You said you were going to do a Master of Disguise roll.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to be funny, show up as a lawyer and be like, cease and desist order, sir. Stupid name, and then walk away.
Okay.
It works. It works either way.
Either way, yeah, I was just being funny.
Okay. Now, I'd say we only have really one mechanic, to be honest with you.
Hey! I'm an okay mechanic. So now I'm trying to make sure that I have like Jack's and Rick's voice different.
Okay.
And I can.
Rocco, in that case, we'll set up a secondary car with you and Go because I'm sure that'll go so very well.
Oh, that's a great idea. Power of friendship.
Oh no, there's two of them.
Mine.
Hey, don't you forget something? Go's car transformation module.
You're right.
To a car, remember?
We have our vehicle.
I get dibs on riding Go.
Wait.
Okay, if we're going to
There's
transform
something about
Go,
that-
there
that-
has
that-
to be some oomph spent, technically.
Yes.
Because that's not part of his skill set. But I am willing to go with it if we're willing to spend oomph on it.
I have oomph I haven't spent yet.
Nice. Yeah, everybody should start off with 3 oomph.
Okay.
Riding Go. Wackily.
Character.
So yes, that is your first challenge. You do not have a vehicle.
Okay. Then we have many choices. We have at least 3 gearheads and a supercomputer guy. We could build one hitting the trash junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have somebody who's a master of manual labor as well. We also have a
Thanks.
superior
Roku,
computer.
yeah, Roku Pokshi. That's you.
I know it's me.
I'm just checking.
I say we need to make this a team effort. So we need to land on the trash planet to build our vehicle from the junkyard, Galactic junkyard. Any problems, guys, gentlemen, ladies?
Nope. Sounds good to me.
Because, we are on a budget. Freedom fighting does not pay too necessarily well, as far as we know, since that's the MacGuffin.
Yes.
Well,
And technically, you want to make sure you don't get caught by samurai.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Wow.
That whole being wanted thing.
yes.
Well, it's good to be wanted.
Yes, there are actually several problems, but whatever you say, fearless leader.
Okay.
Patience.
Point of oomph to knee for Emonus. Point of oomph to knee for Emonus.
Yay!
And point of oomph to San for the disguise and cease and desist idea.
Hey, but aren't the pirates going to be there?
Well, yeah. Well, probably. I mean, they've only really been in the area for the past couple of races, but they've always participated. I mean, that's what that whole wacky piece is.
Yeah, that's
Basically-
what I was going to ask about the rules. Do the rules prevent them from attacking us?
Listen, here's the thing about the wacky races. The rules only matter if the referees actually catch you. Most of the time, they're not even paying attention. But yeah, that's the major one. You're not. I mean, you technically can't get into fights unless you're driving. If you're driving and you get into a fight, that's fine. But before the race or after the race, you're not allowed to get in a fight.
Oh,
Then
so during the fight, during the race, we can blast the pirates.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
okay.
I mean, you don't want to do it when everybody's watching you because that's bad form. I mean, you don't want to shoot them. You want to just accidentally nudge them off the road, that kind of thing.
We need to be masters of subtlety while in Mortal Race Bat.
Exactly, Nee. That's what I was thinking. I say we go sabotage their shit. Yeah.
That sounds a little bit unsporting.
It is the dilemma of the episode. Do we act like ninjas or do we show ethics for 80s television? That is the question.
Ooh.
Excellent question. But first,
Or do we pre-tattletale on them?
yeah, the pirates are going to cheat. You know the pirates are going to cheat.
Yes.
But yeah, pirates will be there. Probably a bunch of people from all over the system. I mean, this invitation goes out all over the place. It's not just here in the Empire. I mean, the Proud Warrior Empire always sends somebody. The Mecha Pilots, they usually send somebody.
Wait, is there a group that needs drivers or always gets picked on by everybody else?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Well, usually it's the pirates. Actually, the pirates. Nobody likes the pirates.
So
There is this lizard planet that keeps sending people, and nobody ever likes them.
And what are the lizard people called?
I believe they're called.
As Jason put Joe's on the spot.
They're called serpentoids.
I wrote this down. They call themselves the Tokage.
Okay.
Tokage? Tokage? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's Tokage. That's how we pronounce it on Hokide.
So why does nobody like the Tokage?
Well, they're jerks. They don't drink beer with the other racers. That's always a problem. Sorry, they don't drink space juice with the other racers. That's always a problem. And I mean, they're lizard people. I mean, come on.
Well, sounds like there's some cultural expectations here that we'll have to keep on top of. But
we should not judge a man by the nature of his scales.
So is this a ground-based race only?
Yeah, it's
No
ground-based. It's basically ground-based. I mean, there's rules to how far you can hover off the ground. Some people have hover vehicles. Some people actually have wheels. Again, it doesn't. I mean, if I'm going to be there to build your ship, don't worry. I'll make sure you're up to spec. I watched this thing. I'm part of a fantasy Wacky Races League. I know all the rules backwards and forwards. Don't worry about it. It's
awesome.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's legally distinct from pod racing.
And from any other races that might be wacky.
It is the Wacky races.
Exactly.
It is founded in medieval Japan in ancient Kyoto town back in the 12th century space CE. It was an honorable profession for 500 years. I have heard of this.
I don't know where any of that is, but okay, if you say so.
Now we have to design. Okay, so
vehicle.
Yeah.
I so happen to have made up rules for a vehicle montage.
Yay! I'm still looking for a picture.
Why, you're not thinking the freaking bumper car of doom?
The bumper car of doom is nice.
Yeah, I know.
This is, where's the one?
It says ninja right on it.
Or does it?
Yeah. Why?
What is?
Okay, for some reason that picture is gone. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can get this picture back, because I did have one as a default. You can use it if you want, or you can use something different. Totally up to you.
I have not found any good suitable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting enough, though, if you search for Ninja Van, apparently there's a company somewhere in the States that's actually called Ninja Van.
Ooh.
Okay.
And they're all I could get pictures of when I was trying to find.
Oh yeah, there is too. That's hilarious.
There you go, folks. Fun with Google.
Ninja Van.
Even though it probably is horribly inappropriate, but we might want it for marketing purposes, I found something that is amusing me.
This is the example that I was going to use. I don't know if you guys see what I'm showing you now. That was gonna be my suggestion, but it's up to you.
Oh, what?
What's that?
Who put gull wings on that? Oh my god!
Ooh, also cool. Also cool. I like this.
Everything in Jason's fiber.
Well, it is the
no.
80s, which means whatever vehicle we have originally in the original cartoon probably got replaced by an American 80s mobile.
Yes.
That looks like if a small child ran past it too fast, the velocity and the wind gust would push that over. It looks so heavy. Oh my god.
I'm going to keep throwing random vehicles until one hits.
And of course, whatever vehicle you guys create will magically have enough room for all of you.
Well, of course it is. We have ninja space.
That's nice. That's
Wait a
very
minute.
nice.
I asked him, what are the rules about tandem racing?
Basically, here's the thing. Basically it's one invitation, one team. So that invitation allows you to make one team up, which means that you're basically like one team. So if each of your team, for example, was to ride motorcycles, I've seen some people do that. You can do that. And if 3 of your people get wiped out and one makes it across the finish line, then that counts as your team finishing. Generally speaking, though, in that case, you'd be losing points. Generally, what people do, I mean, it kind of depends. Like some people have a heavily armored vehicle, but fast, and everybody rides in the vehicle. Oh yeah. And some people like have a hover vehicle that's really fast, and then just put gun emplacements all over and shoot people. It's so cool. And you should have seen what we. Well, wait, never mind. I probably shouldn't talk about that. Sorry. Not a pirate anymore. Sorry.
And for Super Sellout, Sam pulls out a picture.
Don't tempt me, man. We paint those black. We go with those.
Yeah. What's this picture that she pulls out?
Kawasaki.
Yeah.
Kawasaki, yes.
Oh yeah. Well, see, is most of the time when you mention ninja and vehicle, it usually ends up being a motorcycle of some sort.
Indeed, it is.
1984's Ninja Bike of the Year, Ninja Kawasaki.
Now, could we? Hang on. Could we get that with 4 seats?
Okay, remember when I said whatever vehicle you create will magically have enough room? I'm taking that rule back if you're going to try and do it with a motorcycle. I'm just saying.
Come on! It has to have... I can prove this right now. This is possible.
No, I know you can prove it. That's the frightening part.
How about a motorcycle with 4 sidecars?
Oh! Yes!
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I can wait. Okay, so here, let me start. Let me explain how this works. And some of you might know this. It's up to you, but so the race is over 3 days, and there's a stopover every night. In the stopover, generally people will refuel, relax, repair the vehicle and stuff. Sometimes your vehicle is going to break down along the way, in which case you want to have a mechanic to help fix what's going on there. Now, if you want me to come along with you in the vehicle itself, I can do that, or I can wait in the next town and come get you if you break down, but that's going to take longer. It'll take points off your time.
Yeah. That's a good point.
What did you find?
I'm thinking we need to be more toyetic.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. I'm reliving part of my childhood, and I think I like it.
I need to go get something to drink, guys. My throat's killing me. I'll be right back.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, we will continue to engage
Talk
on
amongst
the...
yourselves in the meantime.
Yes,
Okay.
so.
Oh, wait. I think I found the perfect vehicle of all time.
Oh, Brad found the best one.
Like that?
Yes, He-Man. I mean, not He-Man. The nondescript thing. Yes.
Signed by Shadow. Okay, that one's the one to beat because actually this looks the right color.
Yeah.
It looks like a hover thing. It looks like it may plausibly, inconceivably fit all our characters, or at least there. Is there like pits, repair pits as you travel, or do you have to make sure you have the guy?
I would imagine it's probably prepared. Well, it depends. If it's true wacky racers, there is no fixing. You're done or you're done.
Okay.
You're done and you're dead.
Okay.
See, I was thinking more.
Because that looks like a toy. That's kind of awesome.
Well, it is a toy.
It
It's
is.
He-Man, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean the design by Arab Chattery.
Oh, yeah, that's too serious. We want something giggling.
Okay.
That looks way too nice.
Okay, it's way too cool.
Okay, it's too cool for our cardi. Okay.
How are we doing?
Chris found one that's banned because it's too cool.
No,
Is that the hover one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, no, that
so
was
there's
Brad's.
another.
Hey, we just pull the ripcord
Right.
and go fly by.
Let me just toss this out. How about the a 1980 Chevrolet van?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that the A-Team used.
Mm-hmm.
And we have it. You know how those vans had paintings on the side. You know, and we have the ninja painting on the side. How's that sound?
Or we could have the back of the van, but the front is actually a low-ride hog. So it's a three-wheel van. Because we're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Little tiny little battle pod. Pew, 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 pew.
It should have a detachable
it to
battle
be
pod
more
no matter what
derpy,
else
right?
you build.
So, see, I was thinking more something like this, but with an engine on it.
Dude, harsh.
That with an engine.
Oh, I was hoping this was going to be this much fun.
We're
That is
the
super
worst
derpy.
people ever. Well, for some reason, there are no designers out there making tandem motorcycles. Come on, designers.
I know, right?
Like, serious tandem motorcycles. Come on.
For some reason, there are no pictures that I can see of Chevy vans with ninjas airbrushed on the side. What the hell? What the hell, universe? What the hell?
The universe doesn't like you.
Okay.
Alright.
Although this is so meta, it's not even freaking fun. Come on, give me the link.
To just decide. Man, So we will pick a design. Everybody else will imagine what their designs are. We might be this thing having. Oh no! Is that the,
Jason, you have to see this one.
is that
You have to
the?
see this one.
Oh, it is too. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh no!
I almost.
Yes. Yes.
No.
But
No.
giant size. Make the actual van size and other things smaller. Yes.
It's a
And then painted in ninja colors. Oh, so amazing. That is now my vote.
Yep, my vote's in. It looks so ridiculous. The sidecar of the van, big VW van.
And then they can break away from each other.
That is the king of derp.
That is definitely toy-esque. Like that is definitely
yeah.
something that they would make as a toy.
Yeah.
That is a little bit of beautiful.
Yeah. But that doesn't fit our motif.
If you paint it green and red, it
What are we, Charles Manson? Come on, people.
No, that is not a white panel van. That is a VW van. That's a different type of quality of van.
What are you expecting, Chris? Something like this, then? There you
Let's find out if I
Yeah. that.
closer, way closer.
Way closer.
When you cosplay your vehicle, you know you've gone too far.
Okay, well, we've been doing this way too long. Maybe we should actually do some actual gameplay here.
Maybe. I don't know.
It should be a
No, man, that might
Yeah.
be too hard because this is actually probably having the conversation in real time here.
I think,
Characters,
yeah,
man.
I think we should do a van. Let's just make it into a
Okay,
1980s
I will do the van as a compromise.
with
But
a
it has to
ninja
look
painting on
futuristic van with battle pod.
So sorry, I'm
Okay.
hearing futuristic van with battle pod. Is that sounding right?
Yeah, that's my stipulations for the van. And if the van happens, the battle pod happens to look like a Volkswagen Beetle, I will make fun of you.
Awesome.
And she's like finally gives up on the whole like tandem bicycle thing. It's like, okay, fine. As long as it has glow in the dark spinners on the wheel, we're all good.
And that's
Okay,
when
I agree with the
Bling.
glow in the dark spinners.
But of course, they will be shaped as ninja stars.
Ninja Star spinners.
We are awful. Well, we did not get sidetracked at all.
No.
Dude, you gave us a chance to build something here. Okay, I like it, but I don't think it'll pass the muster, but I'm going to post it anyway.
No, we're going to go with wheels, but we'll go with the battle pod pan. Ninja star.
If we're going to copyright, we might as well not do half
Beetle
measures. I'm
spinner.
just
Yeah,
saying.
true enough.
We're not copywriting.
But
It will
that
have
one
it will
person-
have
I'm just throwing crap out there at this point.
Yeah,
But
Well,
it needs to have a ninja theme or it defeats the purpose.
Yes, agreed.
God! Would it be wrong to repaint a station wagon in jet black and put like a pod in the back?
If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
okay.
Okay, so
think-
this isn't derpy at all, but it's like sleek and dark and ninja-esque.
I'll tell you what. If we have anybody in the chat, oh, I like that.
Ooh.
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 Yeah, I think we found our wiener, or at least the base model.
And that can definitely be made into a toy.
Mhm.
It glows in the dark.
I like it. Okay.
Okay. Give an point for Brad for deciding on our vehicle.
Yes, well done.
Oh, okay.
It's just elongated and looks a little bit more like a van. Otherwise, the base model is the same.
There's also this.
I'm just gonna put that here and then put
Because it's the 80s and neon is mandatory.
True enough.
Okay, so now that we've decided after arguing for like half an hour on what our vehicle looks like, we have the vision. We all have agreed on the van. Now we get to make this out of a pile of scraps in the middle of nowhere.
No
Yes.
problem.
This is the design document. Let's see how the final product turns out.
It will look absolutely nothing like this, but we're all going,
Hey
woo!
guys, I think what we should do is we all have spaceships, right?
Yes.
So all 5 of us have spaceships. We should come up with a way where all 5 of them link together to form my driving vehicle.
Yeah, we just glue them together.
This driving vehicle.
You really want to break out the Gestalt rules, do you? You really
We want to break the jib, apparently.
that is also awesome, Brad. Okay,
Okay.
so here is the montage. Okay.
Now, here's the thing. No matter what we build,
Mhm.
I'm going to need a place to throw smoke bombs, smoke bomb projector, which basically is me throwing smoke bombs out the back window.
Yep.
Because, ninja. Even
Mhm.
though it doesn't really work well with the car, but that's okay. We need ways to use our special powers within the vehicle. That's a request. Because otherwise it won't be nearly as fun, and it won't be wacky races.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Okay?
And we need an extra vehicle. It doesn't have to run. To as a decoy for the pirates to sabotage. Yes.
I think I know the vehicle.
our neon car, because it's got that neon colors, it should be able to fire a laser wall behind it, and so we can turn.
That sounds familiar. Where have we done that before?
Computer, we had those lights, laser wall. Yeah, we should do all.
That is a very good decoy vehicle.
It is the greatest decoy of all time.
So I'm going to show you guys the vehicle racing rules. These are more or less the vehicle rules that come out of Cartoon Action Hour. Run just for the stories not certified. Let people in your place start on water. Not made vehicle that paid not leaving your pets or small turtles with compromised immune systems. Nice. This is basically the Cartoon Action rule. The only difference is that you're getting this vehicle without having to spend points for it, because basically everybody else is getting the same thing.
Right.
Okay. Your vehicle is built with a certain amount of trait points, has a primary quality and 2 standard qualities. I don't know if anybody can see the vehicle that says Ninja Van.
I assume it's under vehicles. Ninja Van.
Ninja Van.
I see
yes.
Ninja Van, Ninja Camper, and Pirate Truck.
Yes, Ninja Van is the one you want.
Okay.
So cool.
Yeah. So
Okay,
under attributes and abilities, you've got your primary quality and 2 standard qualities. Right now, it's mundane ground transport, flat roof, kind of blah. That's the basic, traits because it's just basic right now.
Okay.
You have 2 quality. You have 2 standard qualities. 1 primary quality works exactly like it does for your characters. You can use the primary quality to give yourself a couple of extra dice. You can use the standard qualities to give yourself a boost to your roll.
Okay.
Traits. The way each vehicle also has setback tokens equal to whoever is driving it, which in your case is going to be 3. When the vehicle's ST total is exceeded, the vehicle is out of commission for the scene, needs to be repaired to continue with the race. How to use vehicle traits. You can use vehicle movement trait as an accessory. So basically you can use it as a 3rd add to your roll.
Okay.
Provided you have a driving trait.
Ah.
Here is where things are going to be a little sucky, because I don't think any of you have driving traits. You can use a non-driving trait provided you spend oomph, because that's in the rules. You spend oomph to use a skill in a way that you don't normally use it.
I have ship flight, space flight.
Well, is that your vehicle or is that your trait?
Yeah, it's my trait, space flight, or it's space stage, space flight. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah, sorry.
Otherwise, you would totally be the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicles. Important note: vehicles move faster than characters. That's built into the rules.
Yeah.
Basically, unless you have a super speed trait, you cannot run faster than a vehicle.
No problem.
You can use a non-movement vehicle trait as an accessory. Any adverse special rules apply. A flub deactivates for this section. You can then repair it. If the vehicle trait is an action feature, it must be used as a primary role. Yada yada yada. So there's a bunch of stuff here, like when you can use the traits. But basically, your vehicle has traits. So when you were talking about having a smoke bomb launcher, smoke bomb launcher can be one of the traits. And then when you're throwing your smoke bombs, you can use that as an accessory. You basically have a 3rd plus to your roll.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I want a place where we can attach Go's brain to the central processor, much like Turbo Teen.
Yeah.
All right.
Goes okay with that.
That's why
It's like, all right.
As long as there's a light in front of the thing that goes back and forth, and he talks through the thing, going, "Guys, this is sucks."
Which one of you is Hasselhoff?
I think we're all hassling. Okay.
So, inscription, add an advantage, successful again. Failing means take a fail, take.
Well, okay, so let's figure out. Here's what I'm thinking. Everybody take what you think would be the most vehicular power you have and let us know, because I think we all should be able to do something, even if it's remotely.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
So I will start with 3. Son.
We definitely want a banging sound system.
Okay. Sound system. San.
Mm-hmm.
You're in charge of that.
The important
wait.
things first.
It'll also be used for morale effect because we've all seen Macross at this point.
There you go.
What? It's gonna be used as a weapon too, right?
Yeah. That's our offensive
Yep.
weapon. The soundtrack.
Banging sound system. I like it.
She.
Damn it.
Very
Same
solid.
question.
I'm still trying to remember. Sorry, I'm looking at the rule book. I can't remember how putting stuff on it works. Okay, so we need weapons.
Yeah. As for putting stuff on the vehicle, don't worry about that. I've got a way to do
Okay.
it. Right now, we're just taking like, what is it you want to put on?
Yes.
Based
on your
well,
own skill set,
we
which you use through the car.
Based on my own skill set. So I think definitely based on my own skill set, we will need. Sorry, I like 14 things open right now. Hang on. There it is. That's better. So, earthquake gun.
Okay.
What was that?
Earthquake gun. No, well. Oh,
Yeah,
I know. We need to find because we're going to assume that we're always ahead, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh-huh,
we definitely need a way to throw things out the back.
Mhm.
Call traps are boring. I want to be able to throw like a boulder behind us.
boulder trap, boulder release,
Ooh.
Boulder launcher.
boulder launcher.
How about there's a device on the back that shoots a giant glowing fist.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the fist, you press the top and it shoots out the back.
Yes.
Yes. Power fist.
You know, like those like that punching bag, it's like that gag gift. Is
Yes.
that glove. And
Yep.
You push a button and like weak. It's got the like the scissor thing that pushes it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay.
That'd be an awesome toy. I'd love it.
Oh God, yes. That's also what we're designing because we have to make sure it's properly marketed for the kids.
Absolutely.
Plus, we can make all that extra money when they lose the fist behind the sofas. I mean, wait.
Separate accessories. We've raised the spare parts. It's where the real money is made.
Yep. The van is 1995. Replacement fists are $5 each.
Okay, go. Same question.
Well, I think there are 2 things I might be able to contribute. One, my brain,
Yeah.
and the other, I can, I think, reconfigure my boots into an afterburner. Since I guess we can't really do warp drive. That might be against the rules.
And also,
That's
in a
definitely
planetary
against the-
environment, bad for the environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We don't want to be bad for the environment.
Okay, afterburner.
Afterburner, I like that.
Okay. Now, I must answer my own question because otherwise it'd be hypocritical.
That reminds me, you do want to also, and it's funny that it would come up at this point in the conversation too. You do also have to make sure that the vehicle has a trait that allows it to move.
Oh, wait. We
That's-
gotta buy wheels.
Yeah, because technically, if you don't have a
Well,
movement trait,
instead of
you are.
afterburners, how about? Afterburners are good, but you wanted to put brain, or like an. But he has
Engine?
shadow ability, right?
Have what ability?
You have the shadow ability, right?
Yeah.
So by connecting your brain to the vehicle, you're using your shadow ability to move the brain through shadows.
Yeah, ours is environmentally friendly. It powers on shadows. I like that.
It's shadow powered.
And the neon is for
Okay.
contrast.
Really, I just wanted to have a big rocket on the back. You know, an afterburner. But I suppose.
It could be an afterburner that shoots shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
An
work?
afterburner that shoots shadows.
It's called the Shadow Burner.
Shadow burner?
Ooh, that's kind of super cool, actually.
Is
Not
everybody
gonna
down
lie.
with that? Shadow
Yes.
burner?
The
Or
shadow burner.
we could also call it a dark light drive.
Ooh, that's good
Ooh,
too.
that's
Okay,
good
so
too.
here's my thinking. There's a trait called Shadow Burner, and that gives you a speed boost.
Yes,
Mhm.
And then there's Dark Light Drive, and that's actually your movement power.
that's our movement
Yeah,
power.
because we're
Sounds
powered
good.
off Go because he goes.
Sound good?
Ah! Yes.
You just
I'm not-
realized his name. Yeah.
Ah.
I was waiting for everybody to catch on.
That's just the funniest reaction from Brad ever. Ah!
Sorry.
Okay, my
Great.
contribution is simple. I want an ability to channel my own chi into the vehicle to cause it to teleport.
Ooh, okay. I like this. I like this.
Ooh.
Shall we call that
Cheating.
Ninja jump?
We'll call it cheating.
We'll call it cheating.
well, technically there's nothing in the rules, so yeah, I think you'd be able to get away with that a little bit.
Okay. We will
It's
use it.
called she eat.
I like the term knee jumping, but that's just me.
The knee jump.
Knee jump.
The knee chi jump.
Nietzsche jump.
Neaty jump.
Nice.
Okay. So now that we tried to figure out what powers we want to use through the vehicle, I guess we better actually design the Darren vehicle now that we know roughly what it's going to be like.
Okay,
And the
so
word is awesome, by the way.
yes. You have 16 points to
Mm.
put into your various traits. You can do that for free.
Okay.
Okay. And if you want to do more of that, your standard quality and your other qualities are not going to change unless you guys want to do. Well, you guys are going to have to do a montage anyway
Yes.
Okay.
because you're building a vehicle. It's the 80s. Of course, you're doing a montage.
Of course.
Anybody have an idea of what song you're playing in the background when you do the montage?
Something Japanese synthy. I want a Yanni-like song in the background that only requires 3 notes.
That or the 18 theme.
Yes.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm hearing "Dare to Be Stupid."
I'm okay with it. Devo was a legend, and so was the Mockery.
Awesome. So that's what we got playing in the background.
No,
Okay.
no, it's a variation of that song, Dare to Be Ninja.
Nice.
It's
I
the
want lyrics-
alternative, kind of like how there's all these C and D bad parody artists,
Yep.
but instead of Dare to Be Stupid, it's Dare to Be Ninja.
Dare to Be Ninja. In Nissan Shigo world, Weird Al might not actually exist. Oh, I'm sad
No.
even saying that.
He is a cultural lord of across time and dimension. He will play the Shogun if he ever shows up in the game.
Yes. Oh.
It's just
Awesome.
his name is Weird Al Yamagawa.
You got it.
Yamagawa.
Yamagawa.
This might actually become canon. I don't. I mean, we haven't actually. I mean, we've seen a picture of Shadow of Cage, the new Shogun, but we haven't actually met him yet.
And
Maybe.
there's artistic interpretation, so he could look like anybody.
Exactly. Okay, so we're doing a montage. Target number for the montage starts at 8. Every time you succeed, your TN goes up by 1. The montage ends when you guys are done or when you have 3 failures. You have 3 choices. You can choose. You can roll. You can try and boost somebody else, or you can take a negative. If you
Let's
roll,
take a negative.
okay. If you roll, you are trying to change something about the vehicle, add an advantage, move a point around, or change a description.
Okay.
If you fail, it means you take a fail as 1, or you can take a negative.
Okay.
Boost, you're boosting somebody else's skill.
Mhm.
Take a negative. I give you a negative trait to one of your vehicle traits. You get a negative to one of the traits of my choice. You then get an additional trait point for taking that negative. So if you deliberately take a negative, or well, if you choose to take a negative, you can choose the negative. My approval, of course. If you fail a roll and you want to take a negative, then I choose a negative. And in either case, you get an additional trait point to put into your vehicle. Does this make sense? I know that was really quick. I can explain anything else again if you want.
Sort of.
We roll dice, or we take dives and get more points and watch weird side effects.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So actually, and let's do it this way. In terms of points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so how we're going to do this is I basically started at the first one. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So Bang & Sound System is a trait 4.
Okay.
Everything else is a trait 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your 16 points spent.
Okay.
Including the Nietzsche jump. If you guys want to move any of those points around, add advantages, get more points by taking negatives, that's up to you, Montage. At the very least, you're probably going to want to change like your qualities to the vehicle, because right now they're mundane ground support, flat roof. Blah. Basically, you're never going to be able to use those in the game.
No.
So,
well, the kind of blah I like to get rid of for sure.
Well, I was thinking we could actually use that one to like be in disguise and not be noticed as we snuck up on. No, we should get rid of it.
Oh,
are you
No, it must be cool.
Think of the children. Besides, I want to play kind of blah with screaming black and neon.
Alrighty. Well, we'll do this in order. Custom montage begin. Music play. Nee, you go first.
Okay.
You can roll boost.
I am thinking the most likely. I'm going to spend an point because I want to make sure it starts out right, and I'm going to use my resourceful mind to lay down the first thing, which is we got to look cool even if we fail miserably.
Excellent.
Okay.
So
roll the dice. So rolling resourceful. I'm rolling my skills. I take it.
Yes, you're rolling resourceful mind. Exactly.
That's an 11 because I put a new point in there.
Excellent. So what is it you were trying to do? Were you trying to change one of the traits?
I am
That's
getting
one of the
rid
traits,
of
one of the qualities.
I'm getting rid of one of the most important qualities of all, even if we lose miserably.
Okay.
I am getting rid of the kind of blah.
Excellent. Can you edit?
Yes.
Okay, so feel free to edit that out into whatever you want then, because you definitely had a success on that.
Black and neon 80s cool.
Nice.
This is a
Nice.
good description.
Because I learned where they keep the old neon lights, and replaced them on our car. And found the jet black paint. It was totally useless, but it looks cool.
Awesome. All right, San, you're next. Do you want to roll to change something? Do you want to boost somebody else? Do you want to take a negative?
Well, I was thinking, I would like to see if I can boost something.
Okay, so do you want to boost somebody else, or do you want to change something in the stats of the van?
See if I can change something in the stats of the van.
Okay, cool. What do you want to change?
I would like to change the flat top,
Okay.
whatever, to stage lights or whatever.
Ooh, stage lights. I like it.
So,
Okay. Let me take a look. What do you want to roll for that? I'm going to need something that's at least sort of applicable.
I'm gonna get wealthy and throw in my prismatic with that. That's okay.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That works.
Because I'm
That
using
works.
my money and I'm using my charisma to see if I can
Yeah.
get it.
You don't actually do it yourself. Like when it comes to your turn in the montage, like everybody else is like, and you're like, yeah, can you come over here and like install this stuff? Because my God, whenever Son, I see Son talking on the phone or talking to a lawyer, that's how I imagine her speaking. I don't know if that's how she actually does it.
Oh, it probably does.
All right, roll it. Sounds like an awesome plan. Let's do it.
No!
Oh, and you added charismatic. How much is that?
That's only like a 1, maybe?
Okay, so it doesn't. Target number is 9. That doesn't put you over. Okay, so you can either take that as a failure, which means you're 1 closer to the 3, or you can choose to take a negative trait to the car of my choosing.
Ooh.
We can take the first fail. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, take a fail.
All right,
The problem
take a
is the guy never got back to you, jerk.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wait, you want to deliver a sound system to a junkyard? A space junkyard.
a space junkyard
Yes, we do.
in the middle of space pirate territory. Mm-hmm. All right, so that is 1 failure. It is your turn.
Ooh. Okay. So,
I'm gonna pull up the rules so I can remember how to do this. What these traits are.
yes, that's a good idea, because here's what I would like to change or add to, because it says mundane ground transportation vehicle. I want to make it more than mundane.
Excellent.
I kind of want to make it like well protected at the very least. So is
Mhm.
that a new attribute? Like, or are we adding attributes? Or can we just put extra into mundane and make it better?
What you'd be doing?
I think it sort of makes sense to change out flat roof for like some sort of protection.
I don't know, because, okay, so hear me out before we get rid of the flat roof. What if we need to have a ninja battle on the car?
If we do add that, we will add ninja handlebars on the top of the roof.
Yeah, how about armored roof with ninja handlebars?
Yes, I want armored roof with ninja handlebars. Yes. Yes.
You know what? That counts as 1 thing for me. I'm okay with it. Yes. Let's do
Okay,
it.
yay.
Now, the question is, do you want to do it yourself, or do you want to help somebody else get it?
Well, hear me out, okay?
Okay.
Now, the question becomes, what is going to be my primary? Because strong as an ox is definitely going to be me gathering the heavy armor
Mhm.
to rebuild it, okay? And my labor is going to be putting into place, because this isn't like it needs to be like high tech work. This is like basically like I'm going to bend the bars that I found around into little railings.
Mhm.
Is
Mhm.
basically what I am doing. At
And
this.
it'll pop up with a button on the back of the toy.
So yes, of course it will.
Yeah, because of course.
So that is kind of what I want to do. And I'm also going to go Chris's route for sure. And I definitely want to spend an oomph on building this. So I would like to use strong as an ox and tie in labor, or if you think it makes more sense the other way around.
Honestly, I think either way will work.
Okay. So if I tie something in, it's this a +1, correct?
If it is 1 to 4, it is a +1. If it is
Okay.
5 to 6,
Yeah.
it is +3.
Okay, so +1. And when I spend an oomph, I add my star power into it,
Yes.
correct?
Exactly.
It's been a long time.
I know, right? Remembering how to do the rules.
So that's going to be, okay, so I'm going to roll strong as an ox, and this will have a +4 bonus to it.
Excellent. Well,
If it
that
rolls.
is absolutely a success.
Yay!
Target number for the rolls are now 10. Feel free to go ahead and edit out flat roof to, armored roof with ninja handholds.
Yes.
Awesome. I have a feeling you're going to be using that one a lot.
Well, yeah. Any luck, Jay?
Ninja. I'm going. We can
Yeah.
go to the next person.
All right.
Okay.
Go!
So, yeah, I want to do something about it being a mundane ground transport.
Okay.
That will never do.
No.
So I think I will use my brain because I am a brainiac.
Okay.
In conjunction with my Shadow Weaver mastery to create the Darklight Drive train.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
So is that changing the description? Because this is the primary quality. So this is basically the like short description of the entire vehicle right now.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I see. That's not talking about how it goes, but it's the description of okay. So
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the one you can. How do you invoke that again, Joe? Shit, it's been so long. God damn.
Yeah, you basically evoke it during a roll, and it gives you an extra die, or up to an extra 2 die. You can evoke it. You basically it gives you 2 spare die per session.
Okay.
Whereas your other 2 qualities give you a +2 to your roll, and you can do those once a scene.
So what do we want to call it overall?
Ooh.
Ninja Force Transport.
Okay.
Unless you can think of one better.
Works for me. And if you do think of something better, you can always tweak it a bit later.
Okay.
The Pirate Eliminator. No, that's way too.
Okay. So
That's too mean.
I like Ninja Force Transport.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So can I use Brainiac as the main with a kick-in from Shadow Weaver? Is that?
Yes, that worked. Well, I would say a kick in from not from because Shadow Weaver's illusions, so I don't see how that would help you.
Okay.
But Shadow Creatures, I think, would.
Shadow Creatures. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's partly alive.
Tank.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to be a little more, one of the things I kind of want to do just going forward with this game is be a little more picky about what skills can be used where, just to make the game a little more challenging.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that is definitely fair.
I probably should have talked about that like before we started the session, but
You were too busy having sidetracks, but it's okay.
I think that's been in my brain for a while, so that sounds fair to me.
Awesome. And if you guys have any suggestions of like how to do that as well, feel free to hand them over.
Okay. And you know, on that, I mean, if you don't feel like summon Shadow Creature is appropriate, I'm cool with that. I will. There's other ways I think I could probably go.
I think in this case it's fine.
Okay. So I'm using my Brainiac of 4, and then summon Shadow Creature is a 5, so that's a +3 to the 4 for a total of 7. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I think I'm gonna hang on to my oomph because I think we might need it later during the actual race.
Sense. Just a quick note. Your target number 8 is now 10. Just so you know.
Okay.
Basically, you need a 3 or better.
Okay.
Awesome.
Aha!
All
right. Feel free to edit that mundane ground transport out.
Okay.
We are making a vehicle. There to be ninja.
What do you mean you're not going to deliver?
There you go. Ninja Force! Transport.
Absolutely, because force all in capitals. All right.
It's got to stand for something.
Me.
I would like to give a bonus to Tucson, who's next on the list. What would be the best way to support her?
Awesome. So, good question. Let's take a look at your skills.
Mhm.
Well, leadership is the most logical choice.
I will use a leadership check to see if I can give her a bonus of some sort.
Okay, so and I haven't figured out a better way to do this, so we're still going to go with how it says in the rules, which is basically you're adding a bonus to her based on your trait. No, don't do that. Your trait value. So your leadership is 3.
Yes.
So you're giving her a +1.
Okay, that's fair.
I kind of want to do something more like how they do it in inspectors, but unfortunately I can't figure out a way to do that with this system. So
Yeah.
we're working on it. Okay. So you're passing a +1 on to San for her turn. San.
So what are my things I can do again?
Okay, so right now the qualities are pretty much taken care of. You've got the 16 points along all the traits, and it's basically been spread out equally. So Bang and Sound System is 4. Power Fist Launcher, Shadow Burner, Dark Light Drive, Nietzsche Jump are all 3. If you want to move a point around, you'd have to have a success. If you wanted to add an advantage to any one of those, you'd have to have a success. And if you wanted to get an extra trait point to put into any one of those, you would have to take a disadvantage. And the disadvantage would go specifically on one of the traits. Doesn't have to be the one that you boost.
So if I want an advantage, I have to do success.
Yeah, if you want an advantage, you have to roll success.
What does advantage do again?
Advantages, they're modifiers to the traits, so they're sort of like feats. I'm trying to think of what's a good comparison. So, for example, accessory.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that allows you to link it as a third thing. Action feature.
That's right. I forgot about all those.
I'm
looking at the book right now. I'm like, I forgot about all of it.
By the way, that starts on page 104 of the Nissan Shoe book. Or no, the Nissan Shoe book. The character.
Whoa,
the cartoon.
We're renaming the system, everybody.
I am for sure. 104 of the book, if you want to look at the possible.
Right.
I call them advantages and disadvantages.
They're special rules.
They're special rules, but that's basically what they are, as advantages.
Yeah.
Also, you can get really creative with your advantages and disadvantages. I'm going to give you an example here of one I put on one of the vehicles.
The only reason why I asked that because I know there's actually a special rule called advantage, so I just make sure we don't get confused between the two things.
Makes sense. Where is the... Which one did I add an advantage to? Yeah, so for example, one of the vehicles has a trait and an advantage on it where they have +2 versus laser and light attacks.
Right.
So that's an example of what you could do with an advantage. I had another one where it's a +2 when linked to sound or music powers.
Right.
Mm.
So adding a +2 in certain circumstances is an easy way to put an advantage on something.
I gotcha. So like banging sound system, I could add a +2 to it or whatever.
Yeah, and you could say like basically +2 when used with music, when used with sound attack powers, when used with singing or performance abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and just as a quick reminder, area attacks do require an advantage. So
yeah,
the Power Fist Launcher and the Banging Sound System, for example, will only be able to attack one target unless you put area on them.
Okay.
All right, I'll go with use Born Entertainer, I guess, or no, I guess like because I mess with sound system, before as an entertainer. Would that
Makes
be
sense.
And of course, I know the power of music.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make the banging sound system. Yeah, do like an area effect. I think is the best way to go.
Okay. Absolutely can do that. Give me a roll. Your target number is now 11 is what we're up to, I believe.
So that's
It's the +1, so it reduces by 10. 1.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, your target number is 10. Good point.
So I got 5 plus 1 from knee, and power of music gives me 3. So
11. Yeah, plus the 1.
Okay, so that's a total of 9 bonuses. Target number 11.
Yep. Not a problem.
Ah,
Nice. Works for me.
wait.
I forgot to add the 9. I'm sorry. The 4.
That's fine.
No problem.
Okay.
Yay!
That definitely makes it. Okay, so do you want to put that in or do you want me to put that in?
Sure, you can put it in.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Do area. And I'm just going to add on to here. Roll 1d12 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna check and make sure that works. Yeah. Nice. First time I test it, you get a natural 12. You're welcome. So the first time you guys test the Bang & Sound system, it like shatters glass 5 miles away.
That's when we get the music video that comes with this episode.
It's like that band I heard. Disaster Area.
A great name, actually.
Okay.
You know what? You get a point of oomph for an obscure Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. Well done, sir. Well done.
Okay.
Absolutely. Technically, that's Restaurant at the End of the Universe, but still.
Close enough.
I think that's Restaurant at the End of the Universe.
There's no way like Millie Ways.
Nice. Okay. That is Nissan. Your turn.
Ooh, so
That's
for
a
this
12.
next one, I'm going to be like, I definitely need someone's help with what I want to do because bending and breaking bars are fine, but doing complicated stuff, not necessarily my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to have to go to go.
Okay.
See?
Uh-huh.
I go to go. So I'll walk up to go like, hey, I need your help. I'm like carrying this big bunch of shit on my shoulder right now.
Of course, my friend. I'm happy to help. With what?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. You know the big giant fist that comes out the back? What
Yes, trying not to.
What-
But
what-
well, at least it doesn't go in the back.
Good night, everybody.
It's the one that you load into the back of. Never mind. Anyways, so when we launch it, when
Yes,
it gets
fist in the
launched,
rear hatch. Go ahead.
Yes, when we launch it, what if it launched with such force that it actually caused us to go the opposite way with like Newton's gravity thing? Oh no, Chris!
And
No,
That
X
was-
carded.
Stop.
So
What
I would
Are you
like-
talking about how for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, kids?
that is what I'm talking about. Thank you for putting us back on track to the PC version of this game.
Point of oomph for she for bringing up an educational point in the game. Well done, sir. Well done.
The Einstein-Newton thing. So what I would like to do for Power Fist Launcher
Mhm.
is, well, actually, I don't know if I need. So I'm at a divider. If I take a negative to something, do I have to make a roll to
No.
change it? Okay, so then I don't need his help, and I'll be like, wait a minute, thank you for telling me what inertia and momentum is. I will go and fix my gun.
Anytime.
So, I'm not sure how we want to do this. I think put it in the thingy. So what I would like to do is, what is it officially called in the rules again? I would like to take the adverse condition of fickle.
Okay.
And fickle basically roll a d12 on actually let's just can I just copy paste that? Yes, let's just copy and paste that. That makes much more sense.
Are you messing with Shadowburner or Power Fist Launcher?
Power Fist Launcher actually.
I'm just adding the rolls into each of these.
Okay, I wasn't sure where to put this, so where should I put this change?
I generally, if it's an adverse condition, I generally list it underneath the power itself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So just edit the power and put it into the box.
Yeah, exactly.
So fickle. So fickle, I'll add it into the box. So for fickle, basically roll a d12. On a 4 to 12, it proceeds as normal. On a 1 to 3, it doesn't work this time. However, I would also like to take, where is it? What is it called? It is called Situational Boost.
Mm-hmm.
A situational boost is, I would like a situational boost that kind of works like this boost. So when we fire the gun successfully, gives +2. Gives +2 to Shadowburner. To next use of Shadowburner. Does that make sense?
That works for me.
Shadowburner.
So there's two ways I'm thinking of doing this, and it's up to you guys how you want to do it.
Sure.
One, you take a negative, because you've taken a negative. That gives you a trait point that you can put anywhere you want.
Oh, okay.
But you would need to then roll to add the advantage.
Okay.
Or we trade the trait point for the advantage.
I think trading like the trade point for advantage,
that makes sense.
take a negative makes sense. Yeah.
Everyone's okay with that?
Yeah, I thought that's
Yeah.
what you said the first time. If I took a negative, I can add an advantage onto that power.
Okay, no. That wasn't how I was planning it, but you know what? It does work.
Okay.
I think that's a great way of doing it too, if you want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have customized the Power Fist Launcher.
Yeah, because rolling again, what would be advantage of me taking a negative if I had to roll again?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the advantage would be you have an extra trait point to put somewhere.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Oh, okay. So I thought I see. Trait point, not advantage.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry if that wasn't clear. An advantage is something you can get. Basically, you can add a positive trait.
Well, we can still.
It's the fucking terminology.
Yes.
Yeah. So if we do go this thing for putting an extra point into Power Fist, I'm still willing to take the negative, but I will definitely have to help Brad with his action so he could do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or that, Brad?
I'd be happy to help out of order if you wanted to make the roll.
Which is another possibility.
So no, I don't. I literally don't have skills that make sense for this. To be honest with you, if I was to actually game in the system itself, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I don't have any tech skills, like bending armor and stuff. I could probably justify. Modifying a high tech gun, probably not so much.
Yeah, that would definitely be something, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which way do you want to go, Joe, with this?
I'm happy doing you take a negative. You use the trait point basically to buy a positive special roll.
Okay.
And then that way, bing bang, we're done.
Then bing bang, we're done. I'm okay with that. So yeah, fickle and then situational boost to next use of Shadowburner is what I'd like.
Yes, exactly.
Boom. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So where we're sitting at right now, it is now Go's turn in the montage. Your target numbers are now 12.
Oof, okay.
You have the ability. You can still put on negative traits if you want. You can do exactly what Jason just did, where you're like taking negatives and positives, and customizing the different traits.
Mm-hmm.
Or if everybody's done, then we can just be done. Just up to the group how much you want to customize it right now.
Okay, so right now, we're because during the race we're going to need to make rolls to drive the thing, right?
Actually, yes. Thank you for bringing that up. I should give you an explanation of how the rules are going to work when you actually do this. That would be a good idea.
That's such a good idea.
I'll explain the specifics when you get down to the planet, but basically, dark light drive is your movement power.
Okay.
So your options are either to roll that as your main ability, adding in a secondary ability, like a secondary trait of your own if you want.
Okay.
Dark light drive is now 3, so basically you'd be rolling 3 and then a plus to whatever. And this is whoever is driving the vehicle. Or you roll a personal trait and add dark light drive as your bonus. Right now, because it's a level 3 trait, it would be a +1. I think right now everybody would have to spend a point of oomph to do that because nobody has any driving skills.
Yes. We can build them, we just can't drive them.
Yep.
Is it possible to take an advantage or something along those lines to represent that when my brain is being placed into the vehicle, that it's set up so that it's like using my robot body. So rather than using oomph
That's what I was thinking.
to use that, I just do it.
Because we haven't done anything yet with the whole you're linking your brain in thing. Yeah, I can think of a couple of ways to do that. We could do it as getting another trait, or you could do it as an advantage on dark light drive.
Okay.
Which is a movement power. Yeah, absolutely. And then basically that would be adding in a general advantage, and the advantage is something along the lines of Go can use robot body when linked for driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And to do that, you are going to need to make a successful roll to add the advantage.
Sure.
Your target number is 12.
Before he does that, can I make cheese sandwiches for everybody and use my American cooking to give him a +1?
You absolutely can.
Thank you.
I see no reason you can't.
What a great use of cheese sandwiches. I love it so much.
Cheese sandwiches.
Yes, you'd think that these cheese sandwiches in my nutrient fluids would the nutrient fluid that my brain floats in would cause a problem, but no, they're delicious.
How do we add? So my suggestion would be, maybe because I'm looking at the traits of the vehicle here, maybe adding something to the dark light drive or the niece she jump or whatever, something like that.
Also possible. If you want, you can add that advantage multiple times and say, like, for Shadowburner, for Dark Light Drive, for Nietzsche Jump, all can be used by Go with Robot Body if you wanted to do that. Basically, it's a roll each time.
Yeah, just realized we're getting to the point where we're starting to break 12 and diminishing returns, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me see. So for lowering myself into the machine and setting up the connections, would Brainiac with a boost from Robot Body itself make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay.
You do also have the option, just going forward, like here and going forward, taking a disadvantage and gaining an advantage. I just wanted to let everybody know that's also still on the table, and that doesn't require a roll.
Okay.
So let's slash roll D12. So that would be my Brainiac. +3 from robot body. Right.
Is your robot
And
body?
then another +1 from the tasty sandwich.
Let me just double check. Robot body. Yeah, robot body is 5, so absolutely that gives you a +3.
Okay.
Nice.
Go for
So-
it.
I will see. Okay, I can do this.
Do it. Do it.
Yay!
Oh, just right. Okay.
Sneaked it in.
It was touch and go until you ate the cheese sandwich.
yeah.
I don't know if
Without that cheese sandwich, I never would have been able to do that.
Okay, I think we fixed
Cheese
one of the
sandwich?
biggest problems with our vehicle, namely how to drive the damn thing.
So do you want to add that onto Dark Light Drive, or should I?
I'm not seeing the traits on it.
No?
On the
Okay,
Ninja
no.
Van. I see the attributes, but the Ninja Force Transport, Armored Roof with ninja handholds, Black Anita Neon 80s Cool, and then build points. That's all I'm seeing on
Then-
the attributes
Oh,
and
you don't
abilities
see the
page.
abilities?
Is that where it is,
That's
or
weird.
is it?
You don't see the abilities?
No.
Ooh,
The
weird,
abilities
okay.
are not
Really
showing up.
weird.
I'll try closing it and reopening it. Maybe.
Yeah, give it a try.
There's a thing. Yep, they're there now. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, so okay, so under Darklight Drive, put just like advantage, use ninja body or robot body or how should
Yeah,
I
actually, yeah,
notate
that's
that?
perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Go ahead, like put on use robot body, and then that's
Yep.
getting it across with the fewest possible words.
Yes.
Okay. Nee, we have skipped your turn because you contributed with the +1 cheese sandwiches. Cheese sandwiches of +1.
Yes.
Okay.
Son, do you want to make any further modifications to the vehicle?
No, because it's 13 now.
Yeah, your target numbers are now 13.
Yeah, that's where I'm worried.
Yeah, I don't.
Because
It's done.
Okay. Is everybody okay with being done? She, do you want to add anything? Go anything else? Nee?
I'll
I
give it a
think-
big. I'll give it a big sloppy kiss and declare it done.
Okay.
yeah, I'm thinking we're
Um,
entering the territory where we're going to just start gimping our vehicle if we're not careful.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so
Well,
we'll
You
stop
sure
over
you don't want to
there.
go for one more, guys?
We could do one more safely, right? We only have one failure. We can do 2 failures and then stop.
That's true.
Okay, then here's what I'd
Ooh.
recommend, and this is going to be something I've thought about crazy.
Mhm.
We have a unique power that runs with all of us.
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to channel it into the car as a Deus Ex Machina if we ever end up in a point where we need so. The 5-point star.
I like it.
Ooh.
I like it.
Any complaints, complications?
And you know why? The power of friendship.
Chip! And a war magnum! Oh, wait, no. No, that's not right.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna put that in the Dark Light Drive. I guess it's or Shadowburner or something like that.
Okay, so there's a couple ways I was thinking of doing this. Throw it in Shadowburner would make sense. The other option is if you were to the 5-point hub. If you were to take, basically, you could get an extra trait point, put the trait point in, and say 5-pointed star.
Mm-hmm.
Shared one shot. So basically, you are giving the vehicle the same power that you all guys have.
Mm-hmm.
Up to you whether you want to do it that way or whether you want to say like Shadowburner gets an extra +2 if you guys use the 5-pointed star ability.
Suggestion:
Yes.
Yes.
the Nietzsche jump.
Mm-hmm.
we can pour our energy into it.
Ooh, okay.
Star, but it
Uh-huh.
blows up, so we can't use it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a one-shotter.
Ooh. One
But
shot,
Switch
yeah.
Hub Cub
Do it, like,
Diamond
blows
Star.
it up. Yeah.
Anybody else?
That sounds actually pretty good, actually.
All right, cool. All right, so someone is going to have to roll from that. We're on Son's turn, so Son can give a boost to somebody else, or Son can roll.
I'll boost somebody. I don't think I have the ability, the right things to get away with that.
Okay.
I
I will totally allow Son and She to boost Go in this circumstance.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
will use my, I guess, Prisma.
Charisma works, and also just if you wanted to, just making the suggestions because I know that I haven't talked too much about the qualities or anything, but I mean certainly, I think aggressively friendly would be something you could add to that if you wanted. Actually, wait, never mind. That's only your roll that counts. Never mind. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Never mind. Adding charisma. Charisma is +1.
Yep.
But yeah, there is a certain appeal, let's call it, to the idea of now that Go has been like integrated into the vehicle, San like draping herself over it in this aggressively friendly manner, like yeah.
Oh no! Chris.
So I'm in
Aggressive,
the
friendly,
driver's
and totally nuts.
son when Go's trying to figure this out, and I'll be like, and I'm like straddling the stick shift, and I'm like, I'm riding Go, everybody.
The whole thing kind of does one of those
Our
shock
carnival.
jump things with the right then what do they call that, the when the cars used to like the really cool guy cars used to have these things where they could make the I don't know if it's the shocks or what make the whole vehicle kind of like lift up. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, the hydraulics.
Hydraulics. Yeah.
Hydraulics.
Hydraulic lift.
Just hit it right and it bounces.
Oh yeah, it's got to bounce.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Oh. She, what do you want to? This is not a Michael Bay production. Agreed. What did you want to add to this, if anything?
Well, okay. So what are we? Hang on.
It's another one of those Japanese things that would never fly on U.S. television.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Did
absolutely
not make
not.
it over.
So, we were. What are we adding again? Sorry.
So we're basically adding.
I got distracted here.
It sounds like what we're doing is we're adding something to Nietzsche Jump,
Right.
where
Okay. So, and we're both helping Go. I think for me, to kind of justify things, like if we need to add to the jump thing, we definitely need to get underneath the car to do it. So I'm basically just going to be like, okay,
Yeah.
go fix it.
Yeah, check it out.
That's how I'm going to add my +1 for that for sure.
I like it. I like it.
that's the easiest way. Oh, you need to get underneath the car? There you go.
Yeah, it's not like he can't lift a small country.
Worst comes to worst, like, oh, you also need a treble light too? Chung.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
He's got 4 arms, so basically one's holding here, one's got the light, one's holding your off tools.
Yes, indeed.
Basically acting as your handyman and assistance.
And
I
the
am
given a high five.
Multi-tool system.
Somewhere out there is a limited edition She that's that is the multi-tool She, and it literally every arm is like a tool you can flip out.
Yep.
One hand's just like this. All it does is go up and down when you press the button. You gotta buy it. You gotta buy the car separately to actually get it.
And as always, one hand has the Kung Fu Shinto grip.
Yep.
Always.
Kung Fu Ninja grip.
They lost it. They can't produce a toy any other way without the ninja grip.
No, contractually obligated to have the ninja grip. Always.
Or just too cheap to change the plastic. The plastic
6 of 1, half of this.
Meh.
Okay, so it sounds like we're adding this to the Nietzsche jump. It kind of sounds like what we're doing is like advantage. Can be used with 5-point star roll. Do you want to do that? Then it's an extra roll
Sure.
that you can.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
Let's do it. And actually, that makes sense because the 5-pointed star roll is in itself a one-shot ability.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used that one oomph you just earned during this snarky comment because we were really going right up to the edge.
And you get a +2 to whatever roll it is you're making.
Okay. Well, okay. I think I need to continue leaning on Brainiac. I don't know if there's. I feel like I can't use Robot here because I'm already integrated. So maybe it's no extra bonuses other than my friends.
And your power of friendship.
Yeah. But I will use a point of move.
That works for me. Our car needs an adult. Yes. Yes, it does. Well, your building montage needs an adult for sure. Shadow hover. I like it.
12 plus Brainiac of 4 plus help for my friends. Another +2 to 6. Plus oomph to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Mr. Teen.
Ah!
Yeah.
All right.
Push
High
them.
fives all around.
Good lord.
It is powered by friendship.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. Well, folks, I think we have made a pretty awesome vehicle. Brad, did you want to add that to Nietzsche Jump?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
You're awesome.
Well, at the end of the day, you got a pretty sweet looking vehicle.
We do.
Yep. Well, I gotta admit, that's pretty good. Yeah, that looks awesome, guys.
And Roku has to do the most important thing of all. You need to put the fuzzy dice on the hanging thing.
I get to put the fuzzy dice on! Ah! He immediately grabs the fuzzy dice. Perfect. Acrobatics. I'll roll that. Yeah, okay. So he grabs the fuzzy dice, jumps on top of the van, grabs onto the ninja handholds,
Of course.
reaches through the windshield, it hasn't been put in yet, and is like, yeah, I did it! Yeah! Stands on top of the van and poses for 5 minutes, just yeah! Top of the morning to the ninjas!
Oh my god.
What are you doing with your fuzzy dice near my windshield, Roku? Never mind.
Hey, they told me to do it.
Just the way they're hanging. I don't like it.
He tugs on one. Is that better?
No, keep tugging. No, wait, stop. Okay, so on that note, I'm thinking maybe we should take a short break.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We want to
You
give
know
the people
what's
at home
you know
time
what's so
to cool
sad
off.
about this short break? You know what I'm gonna go get to eat.
Mm.
I'm gonna go get some sausages.
I'm not catching that one.
Nice.
It's not a lie. I'm so sad right now.
Could be worse. Could be the dice.
The person that's going to be eating sausage is the one that has his fist in.
Oh no!
You do
Okay.
realize we're going to have to use this thing more than once, right?
Yeah.
That's the damn thing. It is now our ground vehicle for whenever we need a chase montage.
Well, shadow hover vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.